But awesome. You guys want to get on to our next show?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler, let's get after it.
Yes, sir. Let's do Zom 100, episode 4, Flight Attendant of the Dead. So Kencho and Akira go shopping for a big screen TV, but they run into some issues, meet new people, and are able to cross off multiple things from their list. And this episode basically starts off with Akira playing a zombie video game. I don't know what this man likes about zombies. I feel like if I was in a zombie apocalypse, I would not be playing zombie video games on top of a roof.
Like, that's like being a truck driver and then coming home and playing Truck Driver Simulator all night.
Have you guys ever seen that meme? It's like a TikTok, and it's the guy pulling to a rest stop. And like, well, time to relax, and he just goes to his passenger seat and is playing freaking American Trucking Simulator.
What the hell, bro? It's wild.
Psychopaths,
dude. That game is surprisingly relaxing.
I'm sure it is.
That's all I'm gonna say. I played it for a couple hours. Like, wow, I get this, dude. This is chilling.
You mean boring?
No, man.
Sometimes you gotta chill, bro.
You're sitting there. You're like, how the hell do I get this truck off an on ramp right now, dude? Like,
it don't sound chill to me, bro.
But there's no stakes if you crash. You just laugh.
Oh, I run people over, dude. I love it.
Oh yeah. Shit.
See, very relaxing.
That's what's so chill about it. Dan says he gets to murder people.
I mean, that's what every video game we play involves that usually. So might as well do it with a truck.
And now, next thing we know, we get reincarnated as a truck.
Reincarnated as a truck driver. That'd be a top tier anime right there, guys. That's an isekai we need.
Oh my god,
a truck driver in another world.
I would watch it, bro.
All right, so number 18 was marked off the list.
Man said he had enough of our bullshit. He's cutting us off.
But yeah, Homeboy's playing a zombie video game, and Kencho's made it looked like a paella type dish there. It looked delicious. Had like seafood and rice.
Paella.
I don't know what the hell that is, bro. But whatever he had sounds delicious.
It's Spanish fried rice.
Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah.
homie made some dank looking seafood special fried rice right there, man. That's
I just seen rice and I was like, damn, this looks like Ma's kind of helping, bro. Put some of that serving on me.
Dude, where did they get all that food though? I mean, he had some big ass prawns in there, some lobster tail.
I'm gonna say hopefully the frozen section of the supermarket, because frankly, I'm not trusting 2-week-old seafood.
Not a fucking chance.
But yeah,
but yeah, it's exciting. They got to knock another one off the bucket list there with stay-at-home camping, which is great.
Yep.
And so one thing that Kencho pointed out is that there's only 33 things on Akira's bucket list. And he's like, oh, I'm going to add one. This is now our bucket list. And Akira didn't like that, dude. He's like, no, make your own.
Yeah, no, I would have felt the same way if I was Akira. Like, bro, like, that's my fucking bucket list. Like, that's mind your business, first of all. To get your own bucket list. But he was nice and let Kencho add, I think, one.
Yeah, he had to become a stand-up comedian. And I just loved how Akira was like, oh, I guess I got to become a stand-up comedian now too, buddy.
Yeah, I don't get how that works. Like, why you gonna put your shit on his list? Because then that means he's gonna have to do it too. Yeah, I don't know. It's just confusing. But I mean, we got like a heartfelt scene where Kenjo is like, since I'm putting my shit on this list, that means I'm stuck with you now. So,
and that's pretty awesome.
I like that. So,
I wonder if other people are gonna just start adding to his list, and that's how he's gonna have to like do things, and like that's how like a actual plot device for the show. I think that'd be really cool. Actually.
Yeah, I thought maybe we'd get a new member of this episode, but yeah, things happen.
I was thinking the same thing, my man.
They were trying.
Yeah, but
yeah, while they're up there on the roof playing video games, Akira goes, you know what? I want to do this on a widescreen TV, and sure enough, that's on his bucket list. So what do these two guys do? They head to the mall
on their bike.
Yeah, I was telling them, like, how are you gonna get a flat screen home on a motorcycle, dude? Like, that thing is gonna be like 80 inches.
Bro. Bro.
I mean, Kensho's pretty swole, man. He just lifted above his head. He'll be good.
I mean, that would be like a smart way to do it, but we see that they didn't do it that way.
No,
so.
they definitely did not.
But yeah, so they make their way to the mall, essentially, to the TV store. And there is a zombie firefighter who is holding a fire hose that is on fire, just standing there like an idiot. And they're like, oh, how do we get around this? We got to go take a different route. And all of a sudden, they see a truck.
Truck?
Truck.
Somebody say truck?
Truck.
Oh.
A truck with a zombified driver and dog. I do want to point out that there was like a zombified chihuahua in this thing. So stupid.
Imagine we got a zombie truck driver in the Isekai.
Oh, God.
This is going off the rails.
He's taking notes right here. He's getting ready for his first manga.
I got this.
And so they realize it's a tanker truck full of oil. And if it crashes, it's going to basically just lead to an explosion. And there's like nowhere for them to go.
I'm cracking up over here. Oh, shit. Go ahead.
Yeah. My dog can open the door. So the dog opened the door and Katie is looking. She's like, do I close it? Do I leave it open?
I got completely distracted by that shit. I'm not going to lie.
I was trying really hard to talk through it.
But yeah, I like just seeing the zombies doing like regular jobs. It was kind of funny. Like homeboy, he was a firefighter, right? But he was fighting with fire. So like I really enjoyed that little play right there. And then the truck driver was just being he was in a fit of road rage. I actually really enjoyed this little scene.
I mean, I'm glad that they have like the over the top scenes like this because like this shit ain't happening, in like a logical situation, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it ain't happening. This dude ain't driving. Like what's he been doing? Has he just been driving the whole time the zombie apocalypse has been happening?
Thank you.
Like
he somehow hasn't crashed an oil tanker for the last like 3 or 4 days of the zombie apocalypse.
Maybe he loved his job so much that he became a zombie and still went to work.
Hey man, go play zombie American Trucking Simulator, okay?
Keep the roads clear, but
yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that we have scenes like this because it keeps it, it keeps it kind of, I guess, lighthearted. I guess you can say, like funny.
This whole show's off the rails.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like super like light, fun. It doesn't mean to take itself seriously at all. But yeah, like the truck driver comes, they have to like escape to like the underground mall, and it was riddled with a bunch of zombies, which I thought they were going to be like kind of clear down there, but no, I guess the zombies like dark places. But then they stumble into a department store and there's people actually trapped in there. And I thought it was kind of,
Not just people, flight attendants.
And like, I guess to tie this back into the beginning of the episode, Kensho is actually making fun of Akira, and he's like, I'm going to get a date. One thing on my list is to like wine and dine some flight attendants, but they have no idea. They just see like 3 girls, and they end up, getting some booze and some food because they're in a department store where, like a Walmart type deal, and they're sitting down having a drink, but by candlelight, and they got like a little meal with some like chips and whatnot going on, and they were like, "What do you guys do for a living? Are you coworkers?" You're like, yes. And they're like, there's no way, but are you? And they were flight attendants. That shit was so funny. Very interesting scene.
I just loved their face when they found out they were flight attendants. Like,
oh, yeah.
The life
no
was just
way.
breathed back into them, dude.
I just wonder how Akira comes up with these bullshit items on this list. Like, why would you want to have this on your bucket list? Wine and dine flight attendants. Why dude, flight attendants, bro? Tell me.
It is on every guy's dream bucket list to be 30,000 feet in the air.
That's different.
It's the precursor.
That's the Mile High
dude.
Club.
It's the precursor.
Okay.
It's they're keeping it PG for the kiddos.
I think it just plays into like the ridiculousness of this show, which
Bro,
I've been enjoying.
You say it's keeping it PG for the kiddos, but we literally see it later on. Like the zombie was in between her legs, bro.
Not just that. One of the flight attendants was giving Kensho a little.
was laying it down.
He was getting a little Sloppenheimer going on, dude.
But I mean that wasn't even the wild. The wild part was the zombie. I was like, are they really doing this right now with the zombie? So
this show is just off the rails, dude. I feel so bad for any parent
this episode
who finds their kid watching this.
Nuts. Yeah, it was way out of the way. And then like Kensho and like the one flight attendant like come back trying to find the the flight attendant sitting by the fire, and like she's like wobbling. She can hardly like even think straight. And I just thought that shit was so funny. I was like, she's done so. Oh, girl was dick drunk, and I was like, this is anime, guys. Relax.
Hey man, you only live once, right?
I mean,
and I really enjoyed too. Akira snorting the alcohol.
I've never seen somebody snort a bottle of tequila, so good for him. That was impressive.
Like, is that even possible to do, y'all?
Yeah,
snort a bottle of tequila?
Not in your right mind.
Snorting alcohol.
I think you
snorting
could drink
liquid.
a whole bottle of tequila, but snorting it, I think, it would get absorbed through your sinuses. You probably die.
It's an anime.
Like, I think you would drown, right?
Huh?
You would drown, right?
No, your nasal passage is attached to your throat.
Yeah, if you do it right, it would go down, but who in their right mind would do it right?
Our boy Akira, dude. Don't put it past him. He was on the rugby team. I don't know if your guys' schools had rugby teams, but rugby people are fucking insane.
That is true. At my school, it was like the craziest football players. And football players are already fucking crazy people. It's like, oh, I can just like go mollywop people with less rules. Sweet.
Oh god, they party so hard, dude. Like I went to like 2 rugby parties in my entire like time in college. I was like, not going back here. This is a little too much for me, dude. And I'm a pretty fun guy.
Not that fun.
I can just see Dan like standing around like, yo, what do I do?
I'm not snorting tequila, dude. Yeah, because Akira freaking snorts a bunch of tequila. What does he end up doing? He ends up puking his guts out. And Yukari, who is one of the flight attendants, who earlier in the episode he said, "Do you have a boyfriend?" Like mid-zombie apocalypse. Like, dude's clueless. So she comes and starts rubbing his back, and she's like, "Oh, by the way, I do have a boyfriend."
Way to kick him while he's down.
Dude, 100%, man. I felt so bad for him. He was just crying into a toilet.
Nah, I didn't feel bad for him because like he was throwing up into a toilet and was like, do I still have a chance? I'm like, bro, no, like you're bent over a toilet, dog. It's a wrap.
She's rubbing your back, bro.
And you snorted tequila, bro. No one's going for that shit. You a grown ass man.
But yeah, dude, the whole episode is just off the rails, man. I mean, like all these flight attendants got turned into zombies eventually. Like, I mean, the old man who was with him. So I don't think we've mentioned the old man really. There was an old man with him in the department store as well, and he had a zombie bite. And when he turned, Tyler did mention that he started like putting his head in this flight attendant's lap when he's a zombie, and then just lunges at her and turns her into a zombie. And then that flight attendant turns Kensho's good friend here into a zombie.
Bro turned into a zombie and just did what he loved. Can't blame him for that.
Can't blame him for that, dude. But to get to something a little more serious, because this episode didn't have much of it. Akira's talking with Yukari about, why he kept his job. She was asking, and they started talking about life, and she talked about her dream was to be a flight attendant. It's because of a situation she had as a child where, she was worried on a plane, and the flight attendant rubbed her back and soothed her down. And it was a really touching scene. But then, of course, the pervy zombie man just lunges at her and bites her. So Game over, man. She's gone too. And this whole episode was just crushing for a boy Akira, dude.
Yeah. An old Kensho's girl, she got her face taken off, like quite literally. That was pretty
awesome.
gruesome.
That was awesome.
I mean, it was fucking sweet. Like that was like our first bit of like real like hardcore violence. I felt like from this show. I mean, somebody just spearing somebody in the face with their own face.
You know what's crazy though is that Akira and Kensho like are very athletic. Rugby. Ex-rugby players, whatever. You think that they would be a better opponent to zombies, but they seem helpless at times when they're coming up against zombies. So,
I mean, there's only so much you can do against the Horde, man.
Well, there's not a Horde though. It's one person.
Yeah,
like, can't you save your girl? Save your girl, bro. Shit.
I think like Kensho didn't want to, like, he still sees them as like people. Like, I was just talking to this person. So it's like, what do I do? Like even like when he says, "Oh, I killed her," like, and she was already a zombie. Like I think they feel bad.
But I mean, it's either take her down or let her bite your girl that you just had sex with, and he just lets her take her down.
He might just not want to, risk his life over that shit. You know what I'm saying?
This is Kensho, dude. He's doing that all the time, man. I mean, we got introduced to him in a love hotel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he really
Maybe he just didn't want to deal with the day after. Maybe it wasn't that good. I don't know.
He just got the top, so like.
I'm shaking my head.
But that boy Akira, if he made it that far, I guarantee this man would have like suplexed this zombie coming after him. There's no way.
Oh yeah, no, Akira would have definitely took care of business, but I don't think Kensho really cared that much.
Yeah, I mean, Akira did give the old like right hook to the zombie who bit Yukari, so good for him on that one. But it was too late, and she said some really touching words to him before he was turned into a zombie. She said, "Today felt like a really real party, wasn't it fun?" And that's not something you would ever imagine hearing from somebody who was literally just bit by a zombie and knew they were done. So I thought that was a cool scene.
I think she sacrificed herself that way Akira could get away. So
yeah, I mean, they just like talking about their dreams, and I thought like that was a really like cool switch up from like how ridiculous this episode was. Like, it was still somehow decently grounded in the end. And then she's like, as she's like pushing him away, before she pushes him away, she's like, felt like a real party today, wasn't it fun? And like that kind of hurt me a little bit. I was like, dang, like she's really being like pretty clutch here. But in the end of the episode, they get the TV and they get out, which I don't think is important at this point.
Hey,
in the
man,
episode, I mean, they got their TV
off the bucket list, done.
They got to cross that off, but they also had number 35 added to the list, which is, remember my childhood dream. A little deep there. You know what I'm saying? Out of all this stupidity and like ridiculousness,
you got our boy thinking
something pretty, something pretty meaningful.
Definitely. And then the episode just ended with Akira going back to playing zombie games on a bigger TV. Very, very, very clutch.
Yes. What a day. What a trip to the store.
Dude, this show is a freaking roller coaster.
I just want to talk about how they actually transported the TV, and it was in between. It's like a 80-inch TV or something, or it's a huge TV.
Yeah, I'd say it had like a 65. I don't think you could hold an 80.
Oh, it was an 8K. It was an 8K TV.
8K. Yeah, this thing was a bad TV.
Well, they had it behind Akira and in front of Kensho, and Kensho was just holding it up with his hands, not even at the side, because I guess he couldn't reach that far. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, man, if you get to going like a pretty decent speed, like the wind force hitting that is going to knock Kensho off the back. No cap.
I mean, so I don't think you understand how strong this man's quads are.
I guess, man. Quads and abs, man. He's got them abs clenched the whole time.
All that core strength, dog.
I was gonna say you're trying to bring physics into this at this point after we just watched the insanity of this episode.
Yo, I feel bad
we
for
watch him jump
Akira.
across the street a couple episodes ago, so
I feel bad for Akira. Imagine the pressure that's being put on his back by Kensho right now. Like, that has to be tremendous. You know?
It's worth it, dude.
Pause.
It's worth it. Have you ever played video games on an 8K TV? Because I
never said that man's putting a lot of pressure on that man's back, but hey, okay.
Bro, the
I don't
graphics
even think it's like that.
The graphics on that video game is nowhere near as good for that TV. Come on now.
They're using like an Xbox 360 and they're trying to push it out at 8K.
Oh boy.
It looks like an arcade game.